What's up guys, my name is Ace, and today I wanted to talk about reimagined maps in Call of Duty because it has been confirmed now that for the DLC packs in Black Ops 3, there are going to be reimagined maps. Just like we've seen a lot in previous Call of Duties, we've seen like Studio return, obviously we've seen Nuketown return, and that kind of brings me to the gameplay here. What I decided to do with this gameplay, because it kind of fits the topic, I'm going to show you a little bit of Black Ops 1 Nuketown gameplay, then I'm going to skip to some Black Ops 2 Nuketown gameplay, and then finally at the end, I'm going to show you just the little clip, the little teaser we got of Nuketown in Black Ops 3. I'll play that clip over a few times just in case you guys haven't seen it before and you want to have an extra close look at it. Maybe I'll even slow-mo it for you guys so you can really look at all the details. But I want to talk about reimagined maps in Call of Duty because a lot of people seem to think that it's just the developers being really lazy and they don't want to work hard to develop a new map from the ground up, and that's the only reason they're doing this. I disagree with this. Of course, it is going to take them less resources, and it is something that is more efficient than creating a map from the ground up, but they're not doing this out of sheer laziness. They're doing this to play on the nostalgia factor that we all have with Call of Duty, or at least most of us. We've played Call of Duty before, and there's certain maps that stand out. These are the maps we love. Those are the maps in the old games that we always voted for. We never voted to skip. We always got excited to play them, and they want to bring these maps back. But they're not just copying and pasting these maps. Treyarch doesn't do that. They don't just copy the map and then paste it in without any changes. Modern Warfare 3 kind of did that with Terminal. They basically copied and pasted the exact same thing. I think they changed up a few textures and stuff, but it was pretty much the exact same map. Whereas Treyarch typically, they take the layout of the map and how the map actually plays. That's the really important part of a map anyways, is how it plays and how it flows and all the pieces of cover. They take that and then they build basically off that blank slate from there. They build up off of that. So it's a completely different environment most of the time. All different textures. It looks completely different, but it feels the same. It still plays the same, which is the really important part with these maps. And this leads me to my next point. A good map is a good map. And I think it's a much safer bet going with an old map that we know is good. We know it's going to play well. We know everybody loves how it plays. We know how it plays for various different game modes. Like, look at Standoff, for instance. Standoff is an amazing map for any game mode. It doesn't matter what game mode you're playing. Standoff is great for any mode. Bring that map back. We know it's going to play well. Whereas if you have a brand new map that you designed from the ground up completely, like layout-wise and everything, you're kind of taking a little bit of a risk. Sure, it might play great for team deathmatch and domination, but then when you go to play capture the flag, it might just play awful. Or if you play hardpoint, it might just be terrible. Or overall, the map could just suck. Maybe nobody likes the map at all. A lot of the times, there are those maps that just flop and nobody ever wants to play them. I'm looking at you, Aftermath from Black Ops 2. Not very many people ever want to play Aftermath. I actually see this a lot, even now when I go back to Black Ops 2. It's kind of funny. If you're in a pregame lobby and then Aftermath comes up and somehow it gets selected, like half the lobby just leaves right there. They're just like, nope, I don't want to play Aftermath. I'm done. I'm out. Some maps are going to flop, and that's a risk you have to take with a brand new map. Whereas if you bring back the odd reimagined map, as they like to call them, basically the same map with a different look and feel to it, but the same overall structure, you know it's a safe bet, and you know you're not going to have a flop of a map. Or at least you should have a pretty good idea that you're not going to have a flop of a map. And also, one thing to consider is a lot of people are acting like all of the DLC maps are going to be old maps and they're not bringing any new content in. That's not the case. It's most likely going to be, for every DLC pack, it's going to be 3 new maps and then 1 old map. And it might not even be for every single DLC. I think with Black Ops 2, they only did that like every second DLC pack. I can't quite remember all the DLCs. But there wasn't a reimagined map in every single DLC pack. So one DLC pack, we would have 4 brand new maps. The next one, we'd have 3 new maps and 1 old map. And they'd mix it up like that. So as long as they don't take it too far, I think this is a good thing because first off, it does play on that nostalgia factor. It is going to encourage more sales for the DLC because a lot of people love those old maps and they want to play them again. But in a new game, they want to have that new feel to it. And I think there's nothing wrong with that. I'm really excited to play Raid or Standoff and stuff and see what they do with the new movement as well. See how they implement the new movement into these maps without getting too crazy and changing how the map plays. I have faith in Treyarch in that they'll add like strategic wall run spots that won't completely change how the map plays, but it will kind of add something new to the map. So I'm really excited for that. One thing I want to mention about Nuketown, people have been asking me, oh, what are your thoughts on Nuketown returning? What do you think about Nuketown? Are you excited Nuketown's coming back? Nuketown is one of the exceptions. I'm not really a huge fan of Nuketown. And the big reason for this is it's just that it always gets voted for. It's so overplayed, at least in Black Ops 2 and Black Ops 1, I guess, now that I think of it. It's so overplayed. Every single time in Black Ops 2, every single time Nuketown pops up, guess what's getting voted for? Nuketown. And then usually when you finish that game of Nuketown and you get in the pre-game lobby, guess what's available to be voted for again? Nuketown. And it'll get voted for again. I honestly don't remember the last time something outvoted Nuketown when it came up in the rotation to be voted for in Black Ops 2. And I find that really frustrating. I think it's just way overplayed. I wouldn't mind playing it every now and then, but it seems like if you go on and play right now, you're going to be playing Nuketown probably like 1 in every 4 matches, which to me is a lot considering there's, what, like 15, 16 base maps in the game. That's not including the other DLC maps. I don't know if I got that number right, but somewhere around there. And it seems like you play Nuketown like 1 in every 4 maps, which is definitely frustrating. I'm kind of interested to see what they'll do in Black Ops 3 with the wall runs and stuff. If you look really closely at the gameplay when I show the clips at the end, you'll see they've added some really strategic wall run spots, or at least you can see one wall run spot that they've obviously added. And I want to see how that makes it play out. I think it's just going to make it even more chaotic, which might be a bad thing for it. But we'll have to wait and see about that. Also, it is a pre-order bonus map, and what they usually do with the pre-order bonus maps is it's not included into the regular map rotation for quite a few months at least, so we probably won't see it added to the regular rotation until like January or February, something like that, and that's when they'll give it to everybody or make everybody purchase it potentially. Most likely they'll just give it to everybody, I hope anyways. I hope that's how they do it. But that's a good thing to see because we're not going to see Nuketown popping up all the time over and over again, or at least I hope that's not the case. I'm kind of thinking they're going to have like Nuketown's own separate playlist, like a Nuketown 24/7 playlist for all of those people that did pre-order. They can just go and play Nuketown whenever they want, but it's not going to show up in the regular rotation. So that's pretty much all I wanted to say with this video. I just wanted to talk about my thoughts on the reimagined maps. I'd love to hear your guys' opinion in the comment section below. Do you think the developers are being lazy with these reimagined maps? Or is it something that's actually a good thing and you're excited for? And it's not necessarily laziness, it's just them being smart and marketing to our nostalgia. If you enjoyed the video, a like rating is always appreciated, and don't forget to subscribe for more if you haven't already. I'll talk to you guys next time.